Hello YouTube, Chrome Freak here. Let me show you something really neat. I'm going to zoom in on it. I'm holding the camera in my hand, and as you can see, I think you can figure out just by this box here what's probably in it, but we'll unbox it here in a second and show you. I got John with me here.
Hey guys, how you doing?
And this is just, to me and him, we're gun nerds, freaks, whatever you want to say. And
I know the tape over the label there kind of makes it like a 90% Wheel of Fortune puzzle there, but I think everybody's got made in Russia by Izmash, so.
Yeah, and I'm pretty mad about the tape, actually. I can't believe they stuck the tape right there, and I'm somebody who thinks the box...
Oh, no, time out. I'm gonna thrill everybody here with my Russian right here. Made in Russia by Izmash. All done. All right, let's get to opening.
Very good.
They didn't tape it over.
Okay, we're going to put the camera onto the bipod now. Sorry about it being bouncing, but this camera is not good enough to sit this far away and read that. And speaking of that, I will be getting a new camera pretty soon because I want my quality of videos to go up, especially the disassemblies and reassemblies, which I have quite a few coming up. If you just be patient with me, it's just a matter of hours. And the hours I work, and I have not been able to put any of my favorite things I do up, which is disassemblies and reassemblies. So they're coming, promise, and hopefully a new camera by the time I do them. So with that, we're going to go ahead and unbox this thing. Now, I have had it out of the box. This is not the first time, but it's only been twice, literally, at K&W Gun Works in Delray Beach, Florida, where I bought it, and then to pretty much show John I had it out of the box. But besides that, I have not really played with this thing. I've been waiting for the video. I really have. And this is going to be kind of a quick type of video. We're just going to unbox her. What do we got here, guys? Oh, this little thing of beauty. Let me take the rubber band off. I'm hoping all this is in the camera. Can you see if it's in the even in the camera, John? Are we getting most of it? We'll just, yeah, just zip back. Oh, this is great right here. Oh, hello. This, my friends, right there, is a Saiga 12.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I have been wanting a Saiga 12. I can't even tell you for how long. Why I haven't got one before now, I don't know. There's really no excuse why I haven't. But I got it now. And I got, like I said, a K&W. Brandon, Les, David, the Reverend, Ian, all the guys down there just are fantastic. And they actually threw this one on the side for me, thank God. I told them, hey, throw one of them on the side for me because they literally sold out of what they had in less than a week's time. Literally.
Yeah, these are hot right now.
Yeah, they are. So we're gonna take out what came with it. You got a little toolkit, your basic AK toolkit right there. It comes with a 5-round magazine. Clean and brush.
That's the 5-rounder.
Yeah, gun just fell. Your little tool, your oil bottle. Your cleaning rod is taped to the bottom of the box in here. I'm not going to take that off. You know, your serial or barcode, whatever you want to call them right there. And then you got your books. Let me get the box out of the way real quick. And we'll kind of go through it. John, please step in when you think you need to. And
hey, you're doing great.
Hey, what does that say, John?
C-A, Goofy H, Goofy T-A. Actually, it says Saiga, to be honest with you. It's just
it does. I was thinking maybe it said shotgun. No, I guess it does. Saiga shotguns. Okay. That's funny. But I'm going to show you something really cool real quick, just because I think it's really cool. Oh, look at that. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, complete breakdown of the gun in the back.
Yeah, I got a full schematic back here. Look at this. This is sweet. Okay, well you guys are going to be with me when I take this completely down because you know me, I'm going to take it completely down and take all the factory oil, grease, whatnot out of it. But I thought this was really cool right here. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, it comes in pretty good.
It's the acceptance certificate, the Saiga 12 shotgun version. It gives you the version number, serial number, which I guess really, I don't care actually. Manufactured, accepted, preserved, packed in accordance with the requirements of the state standard engineering, documentation, and force, and is found fit for service, which I think is pretty cool.
That is, because I'll tell you what, it's fit for service. That gun could come to the United States. It could go to the Russian Special Forces. I mean, who knows where it could go. It could go to a number of places in Europe who allow these guns. But this is really cool. There's the accepted. There's the inspector stamp down there.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, we see a lot of this. This OTK. I have no idea what OTK stands for, but if you guys are into Russian web gear out there and slings and pouches and even the magazines, you will see a lot of that OTK stamp coming out of Russia. That might be fun to research one of these days. I'll have to get on that.
And right here you have the date of manufacture. The official date of manufacture is December 4th, 2011. So this is a baby.
Or it's actually better than that because there's dates. Remember in Europe, that's the 12th of month 4, February 2011.
Oh, I'm gone. Look at that. I'm backward. Yes, I'm looking at it as an American.
Ridiculously brand spanking new.
It sure is. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I'm looking at it as this being December. That's the 12th day of the 4th month of 2011.
December of 2011.
Right.
That's unless you're going back to the future or something.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. See how silly we are, guys? Oh my Lord. No, you're right. This was unscripted, guys. Just like we say, man. What a moron. I'm saying it was built in December of 2011. We're not even in December yet. Okay, let's take a look at this baby. We'll go ahead and make sure we'll clear it. And of course it's not in it. I mean, it's been fired once from the factory. And I'll go ahead, safe direction, I'll pull the trigger. And
wham.
Right here, it already has, from the factory, brand new, has the famous AK scratch in it from them just playing with it in the factory. Nothing you can do about that, it is what it is. Let me give you another look at this thing, and then we'll get into the internals a little bit.
Oh, look at this. You got a optics plate on the left-hand side there. That is fantastic.
Comes with an optics mount. It's actually ready to roll. It's threaded to accept a suppressor
or flash
hider. And actually, we need to speak about that a little bit real quick. I'm gonna kind of let John, because he's a little bit better with the 922R compliant stuff than I am. But as of right now, I don't plan on doing anything for the foreseeable future with this firearm. It's simply because of money. But in the future, I'm tossing around in my head what I might do. I might SBR this. I might just remilitarize it simply by putting a pistol grip stock on it, doing the work, moving the trigger group forward, putting a suppressor or a flash hider on there, you know, in a magazine. A 20 round drum, and that might be it. I don't know. We'll see what I do. I'm not sure yet. Money's going to dictate that. But let me let John get a little bit into that 922R compliance stuff here.
Yeah, there's a lot of options with the Saiga 12. One of the most popular things to do is what they call moving the trigger group forward, and it's funny because we can see the two standard cross pins like you have here for an AK. That's actually your hammer. And this is your trigger access pin, but you're sitting here going, wait a minute, the trigger's actually way back here. Then we have these two secondary pins right here. The configuration here is standard, and to accept the sporterized stock that these need to have to come into the country, because if we tried to get our hand around this and get our trigger finger way up here to get on a trigger in a standard configuration, it doesn't work. You'd have to have a hand the size of a Sasquatch to do it. So they put in these two ancillary pins back here, and it's almost like a reverse bullpup. They've moved the trigger itself, which is on a neat little mechanism back here, and then inside here you've got a standard, I believe it's a single, actually it's a double claw system I think here, and it just doesn't have the trigger attached to it protruding out the bottom. It's just been moved back here. It's like a secondary unit. So one of the popular things to do is to eliminate this, weld these holes up, and put a more traditional trigger group in there, which underneath that plate there's probably a hole for it. Once you've done that, you can put a more traditional AK style stock on there and a pistol grip, because your pistol grip will mount back here. But I want to caution everybody that if you're going to go that route, you're taking the Saiga 12 out of the sporting class and putting it into more of the, I guess I want to say it's assault shotgun category, and you have to adhere to section 922. And the Saiga 12 is pretty much like a stamped receiver AK. I believe you need 6 US made parts to swap out there, and some common ones are obviously to get a some type of US made side folding stock for it, US made pistol grip. You can get a US made flash hider that'll go right on the front there. You can get a US made trigger group then, so a Tapco G2 will drop right in there. Well, there's 6 parts right there, so you're good to go.
And with the gas.
Yeah, you can get a US made gas piston for it, which is kind of an interesting gas setup on this gun, which we can take a look at. Does have an adjustable gas system from the factory. It's got 2 settings, 1 and 2, kind of low and high, and just really, really neat guns.
They are. They really are. And I don't know why I've waited so long to grab one, but when Brandon told me that they had some in stock, and I said, man, set one to the side, please.
Yeah, really. I can see it in the video even back from here. There is all kinds of writing all over the receiver here. I mean, we have the stylized Izmash logo up here. We've got all kinds of stuff. So Saiga 12 right here. There's a real nice number here on the trunnion. Made in Russia by Izmash, again in English. We've got the importer. And again, more factory logos here. That's the old school one, the Arrow and Triangle. This is a new stylized joint venture. All kinds of just cool stuff.
It is.
And it's just full of proof marks too all over the weapon because it is made in Russia. These are aside again from the sporterized configuration to get it in the States. It's the same dang thing that Spetsnaz is running around with, killing bad guys with.
Yeah, I actually think they're making 3 models out of Izmash. The one being imported to the U.S., which is right here, and then 2 others being specially made for the forces in Russia, I believe.
I believe so, and in fact, some of the literature we have here shows different configurations of the shotgun in the books with pistol grips and everything. So I mean, it's just really, really neat.
Yeah, it is. In fact, here's the different ones right here.
The 12, 12C, 12K.
Right, there they are right there, and I'll show a picture, I believe, in here if I can get to it, or it might be in the other pamphlet. I guess it is, but I want to show you that real quick, John. There's been some. Here they are, right here.
Yeah, there we go.
Now here's what we have right here, imported legally right here into the U.S. Then you get these ones right here that are, as you can see, it's got the pistol grip. The trigger group is moved forward. Look at the difference. Right up against your magazine paddle, magazine release. And then here's just basically the same version except a short barrel. It's what I'm saying. I don't think there's anything else different about it.
These shotguns are absolutely fantastic. They are so rigorously tested at Izmash. The design was. I mean, they froze them. They sent them to the surface of the sun for crying out loud, and they just function. They're really cool. And that famous AK reliability again. We should. We should maybe take it apart a little bit and show some of the unique features. Because of the heavy recoil that you might get, this will take 2 3/4 and 3 inch. So you can put 3-inch magnums in here because of that heavy recoil. It does have a keeper on the back of the release, and you got to depress it to get it slide through the top cover, just like we showed you in the disassembly.
It's not the easiest one to take off.
And that's a brand new gun with brand new paint, so that's a tight fitting son of a gun.
It is. John tried to take it off when I first showed him the gun, and had a heck of a time, and I grabbed it and it popped right off for me, and now I'm having a heck of a time, so just bear with me here for a minute. You know what, John, let's see if we can't reverse this, and you try it this time, because literally it came right off for me last time, and now it's tight. It's tight. There's a little trick to it, I think, and I'll figure, there it is. Oh, guys, this is where I get real excited. When I start seeing
This is
internals
really
of this.
cool. Yeah, it's got a nice attached to the recoil spring here. There's a little dust cover right there.
It's awesome, and it breaks down just like a normal AK would.
Yeah, I'm not looking through the camera, so if my luck, we're filming my couch.
Let me see. Let me see. Hopefully we got everything. Oh, we're doing okay.
All right, Mike. Maybe we should go to the hands
Once again,
because
the lighting's not real good, so we're not going to get into a lot of details, but we're just trying to show you the basic assembly of this compared to a regular AK, which.
Yeah, I don't know if we can see in there, but actually,
let me take it off the stand. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a little shaky, but the light in here, once again, is not the best. But let's see if we can't.
Wish I had a pointer too. Anyways, they're actually I misspoke. It's got a like a single claw trigger group in here. There's your.
You know what? Let me pull out my Surefire. Hold this for a second. Maybe
sure.
Let me pull out my Surefire and see if we can't get this lit up. Hey guys, this is a video that's on the fly, literally. as you can see, because it was made in, you know, December of 2011.
Okay, I'm gonna give you
Okay,
this
let's see
back
if we
and
can see this. Hopefully,
I'm gonna get a little bit
guys,
further
I
back.
am
There we
going
go.
to get a camera, I promise, very, very shortly. I'm hoping by the gun show with K&W, the July 4th weekend. I'm hoping to have a new camera by then.
Yep. Here's our hammer. Here's our sear right in here. Here's the what would be a trigger if it actually had a trigger attached to it. It's
Right.
a single claw group there. Grabs the hammer as it comes back, and then there's a mechanism back here.
Yeah.
To actuate and let that depressing the trigger here. Now I have never seen one of these in original configuration because mine's converted already, so I had no idea how they did this. But they've got a secondary spring back here, and it's just under spring tension and pulling the trigger back. Essentially, it's looks like it's a double link mechanism here. Trigger back. This linkage comes down.
Yeah.
That releases the pressure on this guy, which will allow that claw to drop and let the hammer slide free. Yeah, it's really cool.
Speaking of that, let's pull out the...
I was gonna say, let's get the bolt out of here.
And what a bolt.
Daylight.
Wait
Yeah.
till you
Oh,
see
look
the
at
size of this beast.
And then here's something that's kind of cool right here. Look at the material that's removed right
Yeah.
here. Look at the machine work done right here, so that'll clear the
taking
shell.
them, yes. Make room for that big old 12 gauge shell that's got to go in there.
Looks like it's got a short piston on it, but we'll show you something else. And look at this bolt, man. What
The size of this bolt. And I have an AK bolt disassembly that I've promised several people I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that the same weekend of the July 4th weekend with the gun show. But I'm going to have a couple extra days off, and I'm going to get to all those disassembly videos, and I'm going to include this bolt right here with the other AK. I'll just knock them both out, maybe in one video or back-to-back videos.
Now, this is totally cool. Look at it. It's almost like we have a two-part bolt here. Here's our locking lugs. There's our cam surface, which rides in the cam groove. And we've got this piece up here, and look, this articulates. And I didn't pay too much attention to this the first time, but the locking on the bolt is actually achieved back here. This piece slides into this massive extension on the barrel here.
Just huge. Huge. I mean, everything's beefed up here.
It really is. I mean, it's like it's a two-part bolt here, and this whole front thing here is just essentially just look at the size of the extractor on this. I mean, that is cool.
Yeah, it's a monster, and it's got to be able to extract that big old shell and spit it out.
Let me work on the gas system really quick here.
And let me see if I can show you this where it's all cut out, like we were talking about, to be able to fit the shell, a 12 gauge shell in there. As you can see, it's a big old hunk of metal that's been milled out of there. I can't even imagine a 10 gauge, huh?
Oh yeah, really?
Could you? That would be enormous, but really 12 gauge is all I really want anyway. And this to me is just, you have no idea how excited I get by the inner workings of a firearm. I'm such a moron. I'm a geek, a complete gun firearm geek.
Oh, you know, we should have tipped this up and down so they could hear this thing rattling around in here.
Yeah.
Think, oh my God, I just bought a brand new gun and there's something rattling around in it. What in the world is going on?
And you also hear, you see the machine work here. I mean, there's literally no machine mark. I'm seeing just beautiful machine work here.
Yeah, no kidding. There's hardly a tool mark on it.
Yeah, there's not, which is shocking to me actually.
There's a gas plug, Mike. So
yeah,
it's got a 1 and a 2 on it. And then
two settings.
That threads right in the front here. And then inside there is, what in the world is this? I call this the hockey puck, to be honest with you. This is your primary gas piston, believe it or not. And there is some play between these two. So when this gun is assembled and the gun is working correctly, you can tip the gun forward and back, and you'll hear this moving. I'm guessing maybe 1/8 of an inch or a little bit more back and forth in there.
It moves enough that you know something in there. It sounds like something's loose, is what it sounds like, but it's not. It's
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
When you've got your gun properly clean and put together, and you're tipping it back and forth, and you're hearing that move, that's the way it's supposed to be. So the gases come up here and
show them how these kind of
gives this thing.
Yep.
And like I said, it's probably 1/8 of an inch, so it gets a little boost.
Yep.
And then impacts that, and then the
Pushes
whole
it
thing
back,
goes back.
right.
So it's a little momentum generator right there, because this thing, it's fairly heavy, but it's not as heavy as this, so it's going to get a lot of acceleration right off the get-go and impart the momentum to the bolt carrier. So it kind of gets a little 1/8 of an inch head start.
Yeah, it's just a really cool design. And also speaking with the 922R compliant, I kind of want to touch on that again because I've had other guys go completely the other spectrum and tell me the way this gun is imported, you have to change things before you use it. No, the way this gun is imported is the way it is approved to be imported. This gun is perfectly 100% legal the way it sits right now.
Absolutely.
100% approved to be imported and used the way it is.
Absolutely.
You don't have to worry about changing a single part if this is the way you like it. And you know what? I'm going to keep it like this for right now. But however, I will be doing something to it in the future. And the only reason I'm waiting is actually it's just a money issue and a time issue. Because when I do decide to go ahead and do this work, I still haven't decided if I'm going to send it out to like Tromex or if I'm going to do this myself. It's something that I might actually want to do myself.
Yeah, here's a nice feature that some of the super early Saigas did not have a manual bolt hold open. This one does right there. There it is. So you can draw that back and push that up, and that'll hold the bolt open. Some new Saigas that are coming in have an automatic bolt hold open. I haven't got a chance to look at one of those yet. I'm not even sure where the device is in the gun, how it works, whether it takes special magazines. So there's lots of things you
You know,
consider.
we ought to pop that
in
in here and see if this is one and see if it holds back on an empty round.
I don't think
Because
it
there might be
will.
a mechanism in the magazine that's doing it.
No, I don't think this is an automatic last shot bolt hold open. That's a manual bolt hold open right there. That's exactly like the one in my gun. So because these are very difficult, almost impossible to load on a full magazine. Really, the recommendation that I have is to pull it back. Use your manual bolt hold open here to pull it back, and then load the magazine into the gun with the bolt back, and then let it go forward. Just pull it, rack it back, and let it go forward.
Yeah, you
Much
hear that,
easier
guys?
to do
Because
that.
I've seen some other guys having issues, and there are some magazine issues too, by the way, with the drum magazines, the 10-round magazines and stuff you buy. I haven't heard of any issues with the factory mags, but you have to fit some of the drum mags and some of the bigger 10-round magazines.
Well,
you have to fit the magazine to the shotgun.
When a lot of people, I think on these factory mags, when they put the 5 rounds in there, it'll almost seem like it wants to go to 6.
Right.
And so that gives you a little bit of extra space when you're putting it in there, so that will depress. And you
Right.
don't deform the plastic shell
Right.
on the bolt, and then it won't feed into the gun.
Right.
I know for a fact that my APG 10-round magazines, and when you got 10 in there, there's just there's enough play like that. That's all you get. And so you will deform it trying to shove it in there. So you have to get in the habit of using your manual bolt hold open and loading a magazine on an open bolt.
And that's
let it
important,
go
guys.
forward.
Guys that are having problems with your magazine, what John just said is pretty important. That bolt hold open is there for a reason, and use it. It'll help you with your magazine. And I do know that some of the magazines do have to be fit. And this right here is a perfect template for you to match up this magazine to any of the aftermarkets and see what's going on here, if there's any differences or you need to do any taking off of any plastic or anything like that.
Usually there's a trimming of this area
Yes.
back in here so that it lines up properly with the.
Exactly.
I have a lot of APG 10-round magazines. I've never had to fit one. I also have the MD20, the Mike D Arms 20, and didn't have to fit it to my.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm hearing more with is actually the drum mags, the 20-round drum mags. Now, not all of them, just
it's
certain
hit or miss,
certain
yeah.
ones, right? I mean,
It's hit or
you
miss.
might buy two 20-round drums, and one might slap right in there, and the other one might have to be fit. So that's just the way it is, and it's something you got to deal with and put up with. But I just wanted to show you guys the shotgun. Got the thread protector on here, ready to go. And I'm really, for the first time, really looking at the machining on this. I mean, really taking a really good look at it. And I'm shocked to be honest with you. I did not expect machine work like this. I really didn't. Did you, John? I mean, maybe you did. I don't know. I did not. I mean, there's really not a lot of machine marks on there. This thing is milled beautifully.
Yeah, these are extremely high quality.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I mean, look at your millwork on your trunnion and
Yes.
everything. Again, is outstanding.
Yes, it is. And guys, once again, sorry about the lighting and this camera. You will not have to put up with it for much longer. I promise you that. There's a subscriber of mine who gave me the name of a camera, and I'm gonna go back to him again. And I saved the PM he gave me, and I'm gonna get that camera, and I'm gonna get it soon. And you won't. So next time we do disassemblies, I'm gonna be able to zoom right in, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about, and you'll be able to read writing. Unlike right now, you can't read nothing with this little camera. Seriously, guys, I promise you I'm gonna upgrade my camera quality. It won't be 1080 because I'm not gonna take 18 hours to upload a 10-minute video, but I will shoot everything in 720, which I do now, but I'm just gonna have the capabilities of a better camera, and that's about it. Let's put this thing back together. Might as well do it on film. You want to do it, John?
I can start to get to work on it. Let's throw this on.
We'll just put it back together. I might as well do it on film while we're filming. And real quick, while John's doing that, I'll keep showing that. I'm gonna just pull this out of my hip real quick. That's the Remora holster. I've been waiting to do a review on that holster. I've been wearing it quite a bit since it was given to me at the Fort Lauderdale Gun Show about a month back, and I promised them a video and a review on it, and an honest review, and I'm going to give you my honest reviews. I like some things about it, and there's a couple that, well, I'll be completely honest. I recommend them. I will say that. I do recommend them. They have their own place. And that's all I'm going to say on it until the video comes out. But I'm liking the holster. And we'll just watch John put things back together here real quick.
Yeah, this is a great use of the
He's
cleaning.
using
I got to depress the little detent up here, and so I'm just using the cleaning brush because I won't mar Mike's barrel with it. And
I actually got the tools down in the truck. I could run and get some, but I guess
it's all right. I'll get this going here.
They give you everything you need, really. But I truly am shocked at the quality of that bolt carrier. I did not expect that mill work to be as fine as it is. And I'm not sure, I'm guessing all the Saigos are going to be the same.
They should be. I mean,
It's
a pretty
the
high
same
quality
machines,
gun.
you would think they would be. I didn't expect it to be that nice. And, real quick too, made the video, where's it at? I done misplaced my knife. I sure have. I got the Recon one, I was going to pull it out, but I pulled it out of my pocket a minute ago and I don't know where the heck I set it down at. Oh well.
I think it's on my table over there.
Yeah, that's probably where it's at. I showed John I bought it and I wanted to show him it, and I pulled it out of my pocket and left it over there. Sorry about this, guys, but we just want to I might as well put it on film that we're putting it back together, and no pressure, John, but please hurry.
Thanks.
Okay, guys. Yeah, we were talking about the PSL being an AK on steroids.
Oh my God, yeah, this thing's an absolute
This is the same. This is a beast. It is. It really is. Everything lined up.
Do my little trick.
Everything's brand new in here. Everything's nice and tight.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I need to get it out there and just run some shells through it. But the only time this has been fired was test fired
At the factory.
at the factory, and I'm not sure how many they put through it. I'm guessing just a couple rounds. But who knows? He got it in there.
Yeah, this is a little bit different. There's a rolled edge to this this rail guide there, and you've got to get it underneath.
Yeah, you got to get it dead on. That little dust cover.
It's a neat little design.
It is. Everything's neat about this. I don't know why I waited so long to get one, but I got it now.
Because we don't have a money tree.
Yeah, I know.
This is going to be
I'm
entertaining.
gonna save and I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna save and I'm gonna buy this, and I end up grabbing something else because I go, oh my God, let me grab that now. And I can't tell you how many times I do that. But anyway, getting this dust cover on once again is pretty tight. It's a little tricky. I hope that's something that loosens up, and I'm sure it will.
It will. We may bypass for the sake of boring you to death with struggling with. You know,
Yeah, just go ahead,
sort
just
of like
leave it
the
off
thing-
there. But I just kind of wanted you to rack this in there. Just rack it one time and throw it back. Should have left.
We'll go Nairobi in here and not have a dust cover. Oh, look at that, real nice. So here's your manual bolt hold open.
It's just beautiful.
So, you come back, depress it, good to go.
And there it is. And once again, with
It
my
looks kind
finger
of
in
cool
there.
just like that.
But yeah, I mean, just look at the way it's milled out. I mean, it's awesome engineering. I get very excited by it, and I love it. And this is what we do.
We get excited.
Yeah, really excited. Glock 27 in the Remora holster, also carrying the Kel-Tec P32 in a Remora. Video to come very, very shortly. Surefire flashlight right there. And real quickly, I want to grab this book real fast. Okay, FN49. What are we looking for, John? John's
Oh, I
looking for
need
something.
some help, guys. I collect FNs, and I'm looking for an FN49 Luxembourg contract. It will have a big AL on the receiver ring. Looking for a late model, so over serial number 5000, pristine condition, half cash.
Half cash,
Let us
we'll
know.
buy. John is a high-end collector, and he's not ashamed to admit it. But his taste is definitely toward the military side.
Oh, definitely.
You think? Yeah. Anyway, John might even come by the gun show.
John is coming by the gun.
Awesome. Come on, guys. Come on down to the gun show. K&W Gun Works booth. We'll be there with all the guys July 2nd and 3rd. We'll let him pop that dust cover off. No pressure, John, and we'll end this video. It's almost 30 minutes. It is 30 minutes long. Sorry about that, guys.
We need to end it right now, then, I think. Why don't we just say goodnight, and I've just about got this in here. Nope.
I want to hear it pop on. No pressure. Let me.
It's not going to happen.
I don't think you got it lined up in the front is what I think's going on there.
Oh, I hate this little, it's great because your dust cover's not going to fly
That's
off with
something
a
that I
3-inch
may
magnum.
eliminate. You know, when I do my work on that gun, I
No.
might.
You don't want this dust cover coming back and hitting you in the chops when you light off a 3-inch magnum.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't know.
All right,
We'll
guys, we're gonna
see.
say goodnight.
Anyway, guys, let's say goodnight. Saiga 12. We'll be out there. I will be firing it in its configuration. Video to come soon. All right, YouTube, stop by, see my friends at K&W Gun Works. Check out their YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description box below. Give them a call.
Don't want to put a nick on it. So
Don't you scratch my gun up, John.
Doggone it.
All right, say goodnight.
Good night, guys.
See ya.